He's almost at 1,000 points. In fact, he's 11 points away.
The starting lineup for your Prescott Badgers. Starting for the Badgers is sophomore number 0, Cooper Magnet. Starting for the Badgers is sophomore number 1, Uriah Tennant. Starting for the Badgers is senior number 3, Ryan Bassett. Starting for the Badgers is senior number 4, Jake Hilton. And starting for the Badgers is sophomore number 10, Zane Gold.
And we will take a break here on our broadcast. Hopefully a 1-minute break here on our broadcast. Hopefully we'll be back and we will be up and running with our usual equipment. So let's take a 1-minute break here and we'll be back right after this.
Don't hang up your phone yet.
Okay, folks, we're back here at Prescott High School, and looks like we're almost ready to get going here. For whatever reason, we had some kind of delay here for our game. Not exactly sure. Actually, one of the officials, their whistle isn't working. So right now, it looks like everyone is just having some kind of Hilton already with 2 points tonight. Jake Hilton also making these all reason second team as he misses the first shot.
We're gonna switch the audio to the headsets, to the computer, okay?
And folks, looks like we're back here with our equipment now. Looks like things are working as Jake Hilton makes that bucket. And now a 3-0 lead for Prescott here in the first quarter. 5:30 left to go. Salpointe Catholic with the ball. And for 3, that's Torres, and Torres nails the 3, and we're all tied up at 3. Now Cooper Magnet with the ball for Prescott. Gets it over to Jake Hilton. Hilton coming inside. Now over to Uriah Tennett. Now Tennett gets that ball over to Gall. Gall goes for the shot. Gets run into by Bobby Smith, and the ball goes out of bounds. 3-3 our score. Badgers will inbound. And that'll be Rome Bassett to take it out. And a bit of a delay here, and now we're back to action as Zane Gall has the ball. Gall over to Magnet. Magnet, he shoots, and Magnet, nice bank off the glass for 2. Make it 5-3 in favor of Prescott. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Salpointe Catholic with the ball. Canyon Torres. Now getting that one over to Shemirani. Shemirani gets it out on the outside. Now coming in, taking the shot, and it is good. And that is number 5, Nick Del Bosque. And we are all tied up at 5 with 4:15 left to go in the first quarter. Tennett in the paint. Gets it over to Bassett. Now back to Tennett. Over to Zane Gall. Gall hands it off to Tennett. Now Jake Hilton has it. Hilton passes that one over to Zane Gall in the corner, and that ball skips out of bounds. And it will be possession Salpointe Catholic. Donnell Bruner into the game for the Lancers, and he will inbound with exactly 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 5. Canyon Torres with it. Smith gets the pass over to Bruner. Bruner. And whoa, what a knockdown there by Zane Gall on Joey Castillo. But Bruner gets the ball back for the Lancers, takes the shot. It's deflected. Ball up in the air like a hot potato. The Badgers get it. That's Lyon. Passes over to Tennett for 3. No good. Jake Hilton gets the rebound for Prescott. 3:28 left to go in the first quarter. Tennett has it now. Over to Pippi Brown on the far side. Now to Jake Hilton. Hilton trying to get around Smith. Feeds that over to Lyon. Lyon to Brown. Oh! Knocked away, intercepted by the Lancers. And to the basket and making the bucket is Canyon Torres. And the Lancers take a 7-5 lead with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Uriah Tennett in the paint with the jumper. It's good, Uriah Tennett. All tied up at 7. Smith, long pass, and whistle on the play as we get our first foul of the contest. Well, folks, thank you for bearing with us here. Looks like our technical issues have been resolved, and we are now back to live streaming and a much clearer signal on the radio side as well. Bobby Smith with the ball for the Lancers. Castillo gets it over to Bruner. Now Smith coming inside. Smith with the jumper. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by the Lancers. Castillo with it. Kicks it out for 3. Canyon Torres. It's good. Canyon Torres nailing the bucket to make it 10-7 Lancers. Now Uriah Tennett Gets the jumper, off target. Tenet gets his own rebound. Second attempt, no good. Third attempt by Gall, no good, and the ball bounces out of bounds. Well, third time wasn't a charm for the Badgers. 2:12 left to go in the first quarter. Donnell Bruner to inbound for Salpointe Catholic, the number 13 seed in the state tournament. Last year, Salpointe Catholic, they were the state runners-up. Castillo bumps into Hilton. Play continues. Bruner with it. Gets that one over to Del Bosque. Castillo. And coming inside was Shemirani, and Shemirani gets called for the travel. So Cooper Magnet, busted nose and all, will inbound for the Badgers. Magnet, who got that nose injury back in the Lee Williams game toward the end of the regular season. Pippi Brown with the ball now. Minute 44 left to go in the first quarter. Brown gets that one over to Magnet. Magnet coming inside through traffic. Gets the ball to Tenet. 90 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Micah Bittner feeds it outside to Tenet. The jumper denied by Canyon Torres. And now Salpointe with the ball. That's Joey Castillo. Now for three, Del Bosque. No good. Nice rebound there by Cooper Magnet. 10-7, Lancers on top. Rome Bassett with it at the near corner. 1 minute left to go. Tenet moving into the paint through traffic, loses the ball, goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it will be Lancer possession. Donnell Bruner, who got an all-Keno region honorable mention just the other day. Torres gets that one over to Del Bosque. 45 seconds left to go. Joey Castillo in the paint. Now a bounce pass over to Del Bosque. Stolen by Cooper Magnet. Magnet trying for the breakaway. One guy to beat. Magnet off the glass. No good. And rebounded by Shemirani as we get a whistle on the play. Looks like it's going to be Pippi Brown who picks up the foul for Prescott with 29 seconds left to go in quarter number one. Nick Del Bosque to inbound for Salpointe Catholic. Del Bosque averaging 5.4 points per game this season. Gets it over to Joey Castillo. Final 20 seconds of the first stanza ticking away. Canyon Torres with it. Torres on the far side, guarded by Uriah Tenet. Del Bosque, guarded by Magnet, trying to make his move inside. Del Bosque taking the shot. No good, but it looks like they're going to say Del Bosque was fouled going up. So Nick Del Bosque up to the line with 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. First shot, no good. Del Bosque, who had 6 points in last Friday's win over Eastmark in the state play-in round. Second shot coming up. Rolls right out of the basket. Uriah Tenet with the rebound. 3 seconds left. They're going to say Tenet stepped out of bounds on the far side. So let's see what Salpointe can do with 2.4 seconds left on the clock. Bruner to inbound right in front of the student section. For three at the buzzer, it's good by Del Bosque. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action with the score. 13-7 Salpointe Catholic over Prescott. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from Prescott High School after this.
Seshka with Olson's for healthy animals. Badger football has always been special because the young folks out on the field have worked hard to get there. They've earned our respect. They practice long hours and aim for success. For them, good enough just isn't. It's the same for Olson's. We've worked for 43 years to earn our place in the feed and pet food markets of Chino, Prescott, Dewey, Humboldt, Flagstaff, and the Verde Valley, and our goal is the success of our customers and their animals. Let's go Badgers!
And welcome back to Prescott High School. John Rust with you here. And Badgers struggling a little bit here in the early going. They are down 13-7 to Salpointe Catholic as we begin the second quarter of action. Kenyon Torres, 8 points so far tonight for the Lancers. And Torres named to the All-Keno Region first team yesterday. Lancers take it out here. Jonas with the ball. Gets it over to Del Bosque, who got the three-pointer as the horn sounded to end the first quarter. On the inside, Torres to Shemirani. Shemirani through traffic, takes the shot. No good, and stolen away by Rome Bassett. Long pass. Oh, intercepted by Jonas. Now Shemirani for three. It's good. Man, oh man, the fourth tray tonight by the Lancers, and it's 16-7 in favor of Salpointe Catholic. As the Badger offense a little slow to get going here in this game. Zane Gall gets it over to Bassett. Bassett coming inside. Now kicks it out to Magnet. Magnet in the paint, taking the jumper. In and out of the basket and rebounded by Pasha Shemirani. Over to Torres. Torres backs off a little bit. Now comes in, double team, gets it one over to Shemirani. For three, Del Bosque. Off the rim, no good. Del Bosque gets his own rebound, comes into the paint. Gets that one over to Jonas on the outside. Knocked away by Rome Bassett with 6:37 left to go in the second quarter. John Rust with you here, giving you the play-by-play for the first round of the 4A Conference State Tournament. Badgers began the postseason in the open division of the state tournament, losing last week to 6A Sunny Slope. And that knocked them back into the 4A Conference Tournament. Stolen by the Badgers. Rome Bassett over to Tenet at the far corner. Tenet moving inside. Through traffic, Tenet. Tenet gets hacked, going up. And Uriah Tenet up to the line. Tenet looking to rebound from an off night last week against Sunny Slope, as he scored just 8 points in that game. And Tenet averaging just under 24 points per game. And Tenet sinks that free throw to make it 16-8. As Josiah Peoples comes into the game for Prescott, JV call-up. Second shot by Tenet, and that one is good. And now looks like we have a timeout called by Prescott with the score 16-9. By the way, while we have this time, folks, let's send out congratulations to the Prescott girls soccer team as they won their state tournament opener, which happened right outside the doors of this gymnasium. Lady Badgers hosting Estrella Foothills in the opening round, and Prescott getting the win in that one. Final score 3-1. Also, more playoff action going on over at Bradshaw Mountain High School. Their boys basketball team, they have their opening round game against Deer Valley. And we hope to get you some scores on that one as it goes. Salpointe Catholic with the ball. Pass inside to Shemirani for three. No good on that one, and rebounded by Zane Gall. Oh, and the pass hits off of Jake Hilton's head and goes out of bounds into the student section. Oh boy, the Badgers kind of struggling out of the gate here as Salpointe has it, 16-9. Lancers on top. Del Bosque. And the ball booted away by Peoples. Well, nice kick save. That would have made Martin Brodeur proud. But in basketball, that's not going to go in your favor, so Salpointe Catholic gets the ball back. It'll be Canyon Torres with it. Torres, who last year was named the Keno Region Defensive Player of the Year. Loose ball, who's going to grab it? Well, looks like jump ball the call as Zane Gall falls to the floor along with Pasha Shemirani. 5:54 remaining in the second quarter, 16-9. Badgers trailing Salpointe Catholic, who came all the way up here from Tucson and probably got off the bus really shocked by how cold it was. Magnet, the pass over to Tenet. Oh, Tenet couldn't handle the ball, and it rolls out of bounds. Nick Del Bosque to inbound, right next to his own bench, with 5:46 remaining in the second quarter. Del Bosque, guarded by Peoples, gets it over to Canyon Torres. On the inside to Smith. Smith all by his lonesome, puts it off the glass for two. 18-9 in favor of Salpointe Catholic. Cooper Magnet to Peoples. Hands that one off to Uriah Tenet. Tenet goes for three. No good, but rebounded by Gall. And Gall's pass intercepted by Nick Del Bosque. Del Bosque, the jumper. Skips off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Shemirani, and that ball goes out of bounds. So Prescott possession. The Badgers, they've only scored 2 points in this quarter as Hilton and Gall come out for a rest. Cooper Magnet will inbound for the Badgers as Danelle Bruner comes back in the game for Salpointe Catholic. He takes over for Shemirani. Uriah Tenet moves the ball down the court, guarded by Torres. Gets it over to Micah Bittner. Now back to Tenet. Tenet comes in. Tenet feeds that one to Micah Bittner, and Bittner puts it through for two and also gets fouled. Wait. No. Well, the basket should count, but they're saying it's not going to. Man, talk about a microcosm of Prescott's first half. Tenet with the ball. He has the jumper, and it's deflected by Bruner. Loose ball. Tenet almost has it. Now stolen by the Lancers. Now Peoples tries to get it. He does get it. Well, oh, and the pass goes over Tenet's head. So Salpointe Catholic with the ball. It's Joey Castillo. Gets that one over to Torres with 4:10 left to go in the second quarter. Castillo over to Torres. Now Torres bounce pass on the inside. Turning, shooting is Smith, and Smith puts it in for two. First points of the night for Bobby Smith. That makes it a 20-9 Salpointe Catholic lead. Cooper Magnet with it. And Magnet's pass intercepted. Castillo all by himself, and Castillo with an easy bucket on the breakaway. And Coach Travis Stedman going to call a timeout as the Badgers down 22-9. And Coach Stedman kind of taking a big walk around the court as I don't think he can believe what's happening here. The Badgers probably can't believe it either. 3:36 left to go in the second quarter, and Prescott down 22-9. I'll tell you what, I think a lot of people are kind of in shock here as the Badgers just kind of scuffling here throughout the first half. So Coach Stedman trying to rally his troops here. While we got some time, folks, let's remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals, where good enough just isn't. Visit their locations today in Prescott, Chino, Dewey, Flagstaff, and the Verde Valley. Back to action here under the dome. Uriah Tennett with it. Tennett directing traffic. Now Bittner pass on the inside to Hilton. Ball almost stolen away. Hilton gets it out to Tennett. Tennett, long range three. Comes up short. Castillo with the ball for Salpointe Catholic. Canyon Torres now with it. Torres shooting around Tennett. No good. Rebounded by Zane Gall. He hands it off to Tennett. Now the pass over to Cooper Magnet. Magnet making his move inside. Has the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Magnet to inbound. Cooper Magnet. Who's he going to give it to? It'll be to Tennett. Tennett moving inside. Tennett gets the jumper. Right in front of him was Canyon Torres, and now Uriah Tennett will go up to the free throw line. Badgers 3 for 4 in free throw shooting tonight. First shot by Tennett is through. Tennett 3 for 3 from the line. Uriah Tennett, fourth, or actually fifth in the 4A conference in scoring. Started tonight with 23.7 points per game. Next shot coming up for Tennett. And that one's good as well. 6 points so far for Uriah Tennett. And it's a 22-11 lead. Salpointe Catholic, 2:49 left to go in the second quarter. Loose ball stolen by Rome Bassett on the near side. Bassett, long pass, knocked out of bounds by Torres. Pass intended for Danian Bernardo. And now Bassett will inbound in front of the Salpointe Catholic bench. Gets it inside to Gall. Gall over to Hilton for three. No good. Loose ball. And the bodies hit the floor. As it looks like we had a timeout by Salpointe Catholic with 2:31 left to go in the second quarter. Hey folks, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Prescott True Value. For so much more than just a hardware store at 846 Miller Valley Road in Prescott. Also, folks, we just have a scoring update from Bradshaw Mountain in their state playoff game with Coconino. They're in the first half, and it is Bradshaw Mountain 19 and Coconino 9. And that game also taking place over at Bradshaw Mountain High School, along with the opening round of the state boys soccer tournament. Bradshaw Mountain hosting Deer Valley. We hope to get you a score on that one later on. Castillo with it, guarded by Bernardo. Castillo standing at the Badger logo, trying to get around Bernardo. Bernardo just all over him. Now over to Torres for three. Bruner, no good, completely misses the basket. And the Badgers keep it in bounds. Bernardo gets that one over to Hilton. Hilton moves inside. Hilton off the glass. It's good. Jake Hilton. Boy, oh boy, just what the doctor ordered here. And the Badgers hoping that that basket by Jake Hilton will spark them. Hilton with 5 points so far tonight. Canyon Torres to inbound for Salpointe Catholic. Just gets it in time. And stolen by Rome Bassett over to Tannett. Now Tannett backs out. Comes inside through traffic. Gets it over to Zane Gall. Gall moving in. Now he loses the ball, but Bernardo gets it for Prescott. Over to Hilton. Pass over to Bernardo. Now Bernardo moves inside. Over to Hilton for three. Off the rim, no good. And rebounded by Bobby Smith. Canyon Torres with it for Salpointe Catholic with $1:25 to go in the second quarter. 22-13, Badgers trail. Double team on Torres. And jump ball the call. Zane Gall, Uriah Tannett teaming up for some stifling defense on Canyon Torres. Joey Castillo to inbound for the Lancers, right in front of the Prescott student section. Del Bosque with it. Past the half-court line, guarded by Hilton. Comes inside. Now Castillo denied by Gall, but wait a minute, I think Gall might be getting called for a foul here. Actually, foul will be against Daniel Bernardo, his first of the night. 4 fouls apiece for the two teams as Castillo up to the line. He hits that one. And Salpointe Catholic up by 10, 23-13. Second shot on the way by Castillo. And that one is good too. Tonight with the ball now for the Badgers. 1 minute left to go in the first half. On the inside to Gall. To Bernardo. Now Hilton almost loses the ball. Gets it back. Now Hilton, no good on that bunny. And it's Salpointe Catholic who gets it. Canyon Torres, one guy to beat, and Torres puts it in for two. And what? And another steal there right under the basket, and Torres gets another basket. Jeez, I was just making my notes here, looked up, and Salpointe Catholic scored again, almost stole the ball. Looks like we get another foul here. Joey Castillo gets the foul for Salpointe, and the Badgers inbound with 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Rome Bassett inbound. Over to Tannett. Tannett try to get that over to Jake Hilton. Ball goes out of bounds after getting tipped by a couple of Lancers. And now Bassett will inbound. Gets it into Gall. Gall in the paint, turns. Gets stuffed by Shemirani. He's going to get called for a foul, and I don't think Coach Castillo of Salpointe Catholic likes that call very much. Second foul tonight on Shemirani. First shot by Gall from the line is good. First point tonight by the G-Force as Danelle Bruner into the game. Shemirani coming out. Gall, second shot from the stripe. That one is also good. Salpointe with the ball, 6 seconds left to go. Castillo loses it. Uriah Tannett with it. 2 seconds left. Feeds it to Jake Hilton. Oh, Hilton tried for the dunk, but it looks like Hilton got fouled doing it. The horn sounds, Well, it looks like Hilton will get a chance for 2 free throws here before the teams head into their locker rooms.
Seconds
1.2 seconds are left in the quarter as Jake Hilton up to the line. And it looks like the clock is reset now. Jake Hilton with a chance to give the Badgers a couple points before they head into the locker room. Hilton going for the dunk, got fouled. First free throw is good. 6 points so far tonight for Jake Hilton. Second shot coming up from the line by Hilton. And that one falls through. Torres, desperation 3. Misses on that one. Horn sounds, and that will do it for the first quarter of action in the opening round of the state tournament. Our score from Prescott High School, Salpointe Catholic 28 and Prescott 17. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with our halftime show after this. Number 3 seed, the number 4 seed in this state tournament, well, they find themselves trailing 28-17. Badgers, they pretty much rampaged through the regular season, but now Prescott finding themselves struggling offensively here in the postseason. Only had about 35 points against Sunny Slope last week. So the Badgers will inbound in front of the student section, and Rome Bassett kind of looking camouflaged there with all the white out. Gets it into Tanette. Badgers moving left to right across your radio dial or screen, depending on how you're following tonight's game. Cooper Magnet gets the pass into Hilton. Hilton off the glass. It's good! Jake Hilton with another bucket. And it's 28-19 as the Badgers try to fight their way back here in the second half. And almost stolen by Cooper Magnet. Canyon Torres with it. Gets it over to Shemirani. Del Bosque over to Bobby Smith. Smith comes inside, hands it off to Del Bosque. Bounce pass to Torres. On the inside to Shemirani. Shemirani, he turns around through traffic. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Denied by Gall, and they're going to call a jump ball. Jump ball with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Del Bosque to inbound for the Lancers. Del Bosque. Who is he going to give it to? Gets it into Shemirani. The shot, and it's good! And Shemirani sinks it with 1 second left on the shot clock. 30-19, Salpointe Catholic. Cooper Magnet gets it over to Rome Bassett. Bassett coming inside. Now over to Tanette. Tanette for 3! No good! And rebounded by Rome Bassett. Hand off to Magnet. Now over to Tanette. Tanette flips that one over to Hilton. Hilton over to Tanette. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. Now to Bassett for 3. It's good! A bank shot 3 for Rome Bassett. And it's 30-22. Prescott down by 8. Now Smith denied by Gall. And a jump ball. Jump ball the call for some reason. Well, either way, Prescott has the ball. Bassett inbounds to Uriah Tanette. 6 points tonight for the sophomore Tannett. Now Hilton in the paint. Now off-balance shot, doesn't get the good roll. Shemirani comes up with the rebound for Salpointe Catholic through traffic. And now it looks like we're going to get a foul against Prescott. Jake Hilton going to pick up the foul for the Badgers, his first of the game with 5:56 to go in the third stanza. John Russ with you here, giving you the play-by-play for tonight's game. Inbound goes to Del Bosque. Del Bosque flying down the far side, guarded by Hilton. Over to Smith, now Jonas. He moves inside, in the paint. Bounce pass to Shemirani, and Shemirani off the glass for two. Pasha Shemirani makes it a 10-point game, 32-22 Salpointe. Tannett backs out. Now over to Rome Bassett. Pass to the inside to Zane Gall. Gall off the glass. It's good. A nice bank shot by Zane Gall to make it 32-24 in favor of Salpointe Catholic. Bobby Smith to Shemirani. Shemirani can't get it off the glass. Badgers get the rebound. That's Rome Bassett. Bassett goes for three. No good, but Tannett almost comes up with the rebound. Couldn't get a hold of it. 5:02 remaining in the third quarter. Jonas trying to get around Magnet. Gives Magnet a little shove. No call. And another knockdown there. And stolen by Jake Hilton. And Hilton with the one-handed dunk off the steal. And it's 32-26. The Badgers edging closer. Jonas with the ball. Hands that off to Shemirani. And now a foul called against Prescott. Going to be Zane Gall who picks up the foul, his first of the night. 11 points so far tonight for Prescott's Jake Hilton. And taking the ball out in front of his own bench will be Neon Kuru Jonas. Now Shemirani gets the basket and gets the foul. Man, oh man, Pasha Shemirani has really been coming on strong here in the third quarter. Shemirani so far this season averaging 12.5 points per game. Sixth highest scorer in the Keno region. Tonight, Shemirani so far 9 points. Going for 10 here in the three-point play. And he gets it, 35-26. Salpointe Catholic up by 11. Up by 9. I stink at math. What do you want? Tannett with the ball. Now over to Cooper Magnet. Hilton on the inside to Gall. Gall through traffic. He turns. He shoots. He doesn't score. Loose ball. Peoples gets it. And now Peoples, does he lose the ball? Goes out of bounds, and it will be possession. Salpointe Catholic. 3:57 to go in the third quarter. 35-26, Lancers on top. Smith. Now over to Canyon Torres. Almost want to say Canyon Del Oro, because there is a Canyon Del Oro down in Tucson, which is where Salpointe Catholic hails from. Smith moves inside. Bounce pass over to Shemirani. Shemirani cut off by Hilton and Gall. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Now Smith with a jumper. No good, and rebounded by Tenacious T, Uriah Tannett. Tannett, top of the arc. Gets it over to Hilton. Now back to Tannett. Tenet kind of taking his time here. Over to Peoples. Now to Cooper Magnet. Magnet comes inside. Back to Peoples. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Cooper Magnet has it to Jake Hilton. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Hilton for three. No good. And it misses the basket. Cooper Magnet coming out of the game for the Badgers. Canyon Torres. Now over to Castillo. Shemirani. Canyon Torres moves inside. The jumper. No good. Rebounded by Castillo. Feeds it to Shemirani. Shemirani off the glass. No good, but Shemirani gets fouled. Uriah Tenet, his first foul of the night. 4 fouls for the Badgers and none for Salpointe Catholic. Pasha Shemirani in his senior season for the Lancers. Misses on that one. Shemirani, he is second in the Keno region in rebounds. He had 208 coming into tonight's game. Second shot, that one is good. And it's a 10-point game, 36-26. Salpointe Catholic on top. Tenet moves inside. And I believe Tenet might have gotten pushed as he was heading to the basket. Canyon Torres picking up his 3rd foul of the game. Lyon on the inside to Pippi Brown. Gets it over to Gall for three. No good, and rebounded by Bruner. Bounces it over to Torres. Torres double teamed. Now over to Castillo. Castillo gets the pass over to Bobby Smith. With 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Smith through traffic, and Smith gets called for traveling. Hey folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Yavapai County Food Bank, serving families in need. Check their website today at yavapaifoodbank.org. And Tenet with the ball for the Badgers, with a $1:50 left to go in the third stanza, 36-26, Prescott trailing. And I think Tenet going to get called for a charge. Actually, correction on that. Foul is away from the play, and that's going to be against Pippi Brown. Castillo with it for the Lancers. Guarded by Bassett. Now Canyon Torres. Backing out on the far side under a double team to Castillo. Castillo moves in. Castillo with the jumper. Skips off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Tenet. As man, oh man, we get a sponge moment here as it's a world of human wreckage as players fall to the floor. Someone gets called for a foul. And it's going to be Pippi Brown. Pippi Brown with 4 fouls in this game. And now Ryan Smith will come in for Prescott. 6 fouls called against Prescott right now. Just 1 for Salpointe Catholic. Now Smith through traffic, almost loses the ball. Bounce pass out to Shemirani for 3. Off the rim, no good. And Zane Gall hauls down the rebound. To Tenet on the far side. Tenet comes in. He turns. He shoots. And he gets fouled going up for that shot. Donnell Bruner gets his 2nd foul of the evening as Tenet up to the line. 6 points tonight for Uriah Tenet. Make it 7 points for Tenet as Jake Hilton comes back in the game for Prescott. Jake Hilton having himself a pretty good game tonight, as he has 11 points for the Badgers. Second shot by Tennette is also good. 8 points for Uriah Tennette. 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. Badgers down by 8. Shemirani comes inside. Guarded by Lyon. Gets it over to Castillo. Now it's Bruner heading to the basket and off the glass. Daniil Bruner for 2, and it's a 10-point lead for the Lancers. As Bernardo heads to the basket, runs into a Salpointe player. And it looks like it's Salpointe who's going to get called for the foul. Canyon Torres picking up his 4th foul of the game, as he's a little slow to get up. Now Canyon Torres, certainly not the guy you want in foul trouble in a game like this. Torres with 14.1 points per game this season, along with almost 5 rebounds per game and 97 assists coming into this game. Good all-around player, Canyon Torres, because now he looks a little banged up. Lions' first shot is good. That is the first point tonight for the junior, Andrew Lyon. And now he gets another point. One thing the Badgers have been very good at tonight is making their free throws. Shooting from the floor, however, that's been another story for them. 38-30, Prescott trails by 8. Salpointe with the ball, Bobby Smith. Guarded by Smith. Ryan Smith guarding Bobby Smith. Oh boy, we got 2 Smiths out there. Castillo. Now Del Bos gets that one over to Castillo. 10 seconds left. Castillo trying to make his move. Gets it over to Del Bos. Del Bos comes in. Del Bos with the jumper off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Shemirani. He loses the ball and the horn sounds, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Our score, Salpointe Catholic 38, Prescott 30. We'll be back with quarter number 4 after this 30-second break, right after this.
Frame your family. The Frame and I will get your photos off your phone, print and frame them so you can enjoy them in real life. You have some great pictures on your phone of family, friends, animals, and great places you've been. The Frame and I will print and frame them to be enjoyed every day. Your photos make your house a great home. See the things you love every day with a framed gallery wall of photos. We'll help bring it all together for you. Hi, I'm Ida. Come see me and the rest of the family at The Frame and I, the best friend artwork ever had, 229 West Gurley, downtown.
Back here for quarter number 4. And well, if the Badgers want to get through their scoring slump here, they're going to have to do it right now. Otherwise, their season will come to an end. 38-30. Not a very high-scoring game. And the Badgers have certainly had their chances. But, well, they've been a victim of circumstance throughout much of the night. Daniil Bruner to inbound for Salpointe Catholic on the far side. He gets it over to Castillo. Now Joey Castillo over to Nick Del Bosque, who has 5 points tonight for the Lancers. Castillo pitches that one over to Bruner. Shemirani inside, and that ball stolen by the Badgers. Dutson gets over to Uriah Tennette. Now Tennette moving inside. Feeds that one. Oh! Zane Gall going up for the shot. Zane Gall gets hacked. And the G-force going to go up to the line. Foul against Bobby Smith, his second of the night. First shot by Gall. Misses on that one. 4 points tonight for Zane Gall. who was recently named to the All Grand Canyon Region First Team. Gall makes his second shot. Gall 3 for 4 from the stripe tonight. It's a 7-point game, 38-31. 7:29 to go in the fourth quarter. As it looks like Jake Hilton runs into Neon Kuru Jonas. Second foul tonight for Hilton, and, well, Salpointe Catholic now in the bonus as Jonas looking for his first point of the night. Misses on that one. Tenacious T comes up with the rebound for Prescott. He's trying to go coast to coast. Oh, doesn't get the bounce. Zane Gall fighting for the rebound. Shemirani comes up with it instead. And Zane Gall takes a spill. No call there. Travis Stedman, head coach of Prescott, yelling at the ref for the call. Three-point attempt by Jonas, no good. Rebounded by the Badgers. That was Dutson. Tenet, the long pass to Cooper Magnet. Magnet coming inside. Gets that one off to Hilton. Oh, and the ball gets stuck on the between the basket and the rim. Oh, geez. That's just a microcosm of Prescott's night. Badgers will inbound, still 38-31. Prescott down by 7. Gall through traffic, loses the ball to Jonas. Gets it over to Smith. Smith in the paint, takes the shot, and Smith gets fouled. Might be Ben Dutson who's going to pick up the foul there for Prescott. Actually, Jake Hilton getting called for the foul. That sends Smith to the line. Misses on that one. Second shot coming up for Bobby Smith. Misses on that one. Man, oh man, and now Salpointe Catholic struggling from the line for three. Magnet, no good. But the rebound and the putback by Dutson, and he also gets fouled as well. Boy, oh boy, is that just what Prescott needed. A rebound, a putback, and a foul, and a chance for a three-point play for Ben Dutson. Dutson, who's averaging 2.3 points per game this season. This is on that one, and a putback by Zane Gall on the failed three-point play. And it's a three-point game, 30-35, Badgers trail. And things are getting kind of exciting here under the dome. Shemirani, Smith for three. It's good by Bobby Smith. And timeout called by Salpointe Catholic, who now lead 41-35. Hey, Coach. Hey, folks. Arizona Seamless Gutters with quality service and products since 1981. Call today at 928-778-1818. Arizona Seamless Gutters, sponsor of our Badger broadcast. Also, this game sponsored in part by The Frame and I, the best friend artwork ever had. Visit them today at 229 West Gurley in downtown. Well, now the Badgers starting to fight back here, but boy, oh boy, a big three-pointer there by Bobby Smith, making it a 6-point Salpointe Catholic lead. Smith averaging 7.8 points per game this season for the Lancers. And the timeout is over. Back to action here in what is now turning into one exciting state tournament game. Meanwhile, over at Bradshaw Mountain High School, Bears leading the Panthers 38-28 in their state tournament game. Tenet, past the half-court line for Prescott. Tenet moving inside. Tenet puts it in for 2 points. Tenacious T pulls the Badgers to within 4. 10 points for Uriah Tenet tonight. Del Bosque with the ball for the Lancers. Comes inside, takes a shot off the glass. No good. Ball out of bounds. It will be Lancer possession. Rome Bassett coming back into the game for the Badgers. Hey, congratulations to Rome Bassett as he received a Grand Canyon Region honorable mention for this season. .5:37 remaining in the fourth quarter. Salpointe Catholic to inbound. Castillo. He's going to give it to, he's going to give it to Jake Hilton on the interception. But stealing it back is Salpointe Catholic, and Bobby Smith puts it in for 2. 43-37, man, oh man, just when the Badgers start to get close, Salpointe gets some key buckets. Net with a running shot, and a nice alley-oop there to Zane Gall. 43-39 the score. Badgers fighting back. 5:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Jonas out to Bobby Smith. Smith through traffic and almost loses the ball. Now to Jonas. Jonas comes inside. The jumper on. I think Cooper Magnet going to get called for the foul there. Neon Kuru Jonas to shoot 2. Jonas averaging 4.7 points per game this season as he sinks that one, and that is his first point of the night. Jonas received an All-Keno Region honorable mention for this season. Second shot, that one is good. 45-39, 4:53 left to go in this ball game. Tenet with it. Tenet guarded by Castillo. Tenet, the overall region player of the year for the Grand Canyon region. Now Tenet through traffic tries to take the shot and gets fouled doing it. Uriah Tenet up to the line. Again, Tenet, the Grand Canyon Region Player of the Year, also the Region Offensive Player of the Year. Speaking of Region Players of the Year, congrats to Ben Wilder over at Bradshaw Mountain, Region Defensive Player of the Year. Tenet's first shot is good, and Uriah Tenet now has 1,000 points in his high school career, and he is just a sophomore. And the second shot is good and make it 1,001 points. A 4-point game now, 45-41, Badgers trail. Castillo with the ball. Del Bosque getting around Hilton. Del Bosque moves inside, kicks that one out to Canyon Torres. Now he moves in. Over to Del Bosque for 3. It's good! Man, oh man. Salpointe Catholic doing a great job of getting those key buckets when the Badgers get close. Tenet takes the shot, gets the basket, and gets fouled. And Uriah Tenet with a chance for a 3-point play. Tenet has been perfect so far tonight on his free throws. 8 for 8. He's 9 for 9. And the Badgers trail by 4, 48-44. 4:12 remaining in regulation. Castillo. Smith. Now over to Torres. Torres coming inside in the paint. Kicks that one out to Castillo. Torres. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Castillo moves inside. The jumper. No good. Rebounded by the Badgers. Tenet with it. Tenet over to Gall, and Gall puts it in for two. A tenacious G-force connection to make it 48-46. And I think we had a foul called against Salpointe Catholic. Either way, the Badgers have the ball. Gall with it. Gall through traffic takes the shot. Gall puts it in! Gall ties it up and gets fouled! Zane Gall with a humongous bucket! And a chance to take the lead for Prescott. Gall for the three-point play. It's good! Zane Gall puts Prescott on top, 49-48. 3:20 left to go in regulation as the Badgers have fought back in this one. Del Bosque for three. It's good! And Salpointe Catholic back on top as we get a timeout here. Hey folks, tonight's game brought to you in part by Prescott True Value. There's so much more than just a hardware store at 846 Miller Valley Road in Prescott. .310 remaining in regulation. What a game we have here in the opener of the 4A conference. As boy, oh boy, tonight was just postseason night all over the Tri-City area. And so far, it's been pretty successful for our local teams. Prescott Girls Soccer winning their state playoff game. Bradshaw Mountain Boys Soccer winning their state playoff game. Bradshaw Mountain Boys Basketball leading Coconino in their state tournament game. Prescott, well, they're fighting here with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, down by two. Stolen by Jonas. Jonas moves in off the glass, and it's good. And Jonas makes it a 53-49 game in favor of Salpointe Catholic. Ball control has been a bit of an issue for the Badgers tonight. Tenet with the ball. Time ticking away. Hilton adds it. Hilton off the glass. It's good. Jake Hilton. And Hilton makes it a 53-51 game. Badgers down by two. Canyon Torres will inbound for the Lancers. And he tries to get the ball to Del Bosque, and he throws it out of bounds. Talk about a lucky break for the Badgers. Rome Bassett will inbound. And now one of the referees coming over to the scorekeeper's table, not sure what this is about. No idea. But enough stalling. Let's get back to action in this one. Zane Gall has it. Gall knocks down a Salpointe Catholic player and puts it through for two. Man, oh man, Zane Gall with a huge bucket. Tying this game 53-53 with 2:10 left to go in regulation. Inside, there's the pass to Del Bosque. Del Bosque runs around, trying to get around Hilton. Del Bosque moving inside in the paint, takes the running shot, and a charge called against Del Bosque. And, well, Nick Del Bosque a little slow to get up here. And I think Del Bosque might have a bloody nose here. Looks like he might be coming out. And Prescott trainer Trent James going to come over and check on Del Bosque, the senior guard. Donnell Bruner now into the game for the Lancers. 1 minute, 55 seconds left to go. And what a first round state tournament game we have here for you at Prescott High School. Tennette setting up the offense for the Badgers. Gives it over to Zane Gall. Bassett trying to get around the defense. It's inside, pitches out to Gall. Gall comes in. Feeds that one to Cooper Magnet, and the busted nose Cooper Magnet with his biggest basket of the year to give Prescott a 55-53 lead. Running shot, no good. Oh, but a block going to be called against Prescott. And Badger fans are not happy with that call at all. Cue the Boo Birds on that call. And this will send Canyon Torres up to the line. Shot misses. Torres with 14 points so far tonight. And the student section whooping it up here, trying to distract Torres. He makes that one. 1 point game, 55-54 Badgers. Minute 18 to go. And timeout going to be called by Coach Travis Stedman of Prescott. Folks, we have a final score for you from Bradshaw Mountain High School. The Bears beating Coconino 54-38. So Bradshaw Mountain will be moving on in the state tournament. They will face either Cactus or Pueblo next Wednesday. And well, the Badgers going to try to make it a clean sweep of our local teams in postseason action tonight. We already have wins by the Prescott girls soccer team, the Bradshaw Mountain boys soccer team, the Bradshaw Mountain boys basketball team. And we'll see if we can have a 4-0 night here in the Tri-City area for postseason games. As Coach Stedman talking things over with his guys. And by the way, folks, find out what's going on with Prescott sports on the Badger Sports Report. That's every weekday morning at 6:47 right here on KYCA, the News, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM. And you're listening to Badger Basketball here on the News, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA. A minute 17 remaining in regulation. Rome Bassett to inbound for the Badgers. Gets it over to Tennette. Tennette goes over to the far side. Moves in, cut off by Jonas. Now double teamed. He backs out. Over to Cooper Magnet. Back to Tennette. On the inside to Gall. Gall in the paint. Kicks it out to Hilton. Now back to Tennette. 1 minute left to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tennette with the jumper. It's good! Tenacious T! Nailing the basket. 57-54 Prescott. Salpointe Catholic. And that is Shemirani. Inside, takes the shot. No good. Rebounded by Shemirani. Puts it up. Rebounded by Gall. Oh, and Shemirani gets hurt. Now he's back up. Tennette. Now over to Bassett. Tennette. Backs out. 23 seconds left to go. Tennette trying to bleed off some time on the clock here. Tennette moving inside. Tennette off the glass. It's good! Uriah Tennette with the basket. Here comes Salpointe Catholic. 10 seconds left to go. Torres over to Shemirani. Traveling the call! Shemirani gets called for traveling. To Tennette. Tennette just holding onto the ball, and he gets fouled. Bleeding 2 seconds off the clock. What a comeback by the Badgers, who trailed 22-9 at one point. Al Tanet up to the free throw line. Tanet, who reached the 1,000-point plateau tonight, looking to ice this game for Prescott. That goes through. Second shot coming up for Tanet. That's good too. Salpointe Catholic with it. The three-point shot, no good. The clock hits 0, and that'll do it. And the Badgers have fought their way back for a 61-54 victory. The Badgers will be back here under the dome next Wednesday, and they will be facing either Mesquite or Thunderbird. What an incredible win here for the Badgers to start things off in the state tournament for the 4A conference. Well, folks, that is going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. We thank you all for joining us here. What an incredible game this was. Certainly a game that's going to go on my candidate list for Tri-City Sports Roundup Top 10 Local Games of the Year. Final score from the Dome: Prescott 61, Salpointe Catholic 54. For Scott Harker, for CJ Siegfried, and Jason Zinzaletta, I'm John Rust saying good night, everybody.